In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the order-to-cash process on SAP S4HANA using SAP GUI and SAP Fiori. And if you would like to know the exact transactions I'm going to show today, you can check the video chapters in the description of the video. You can also click on any chapter to go directly to the part of the demo you are interested in. To be able to run the order-to-cash process on SAP S4HANA, I had to configure the system from the sales and distribution side. And for this, I needed help. So I want to say thank you to Mustafa Omar for helping me set up the system from the sales side. You can also say thank you to Mustafa by connecting to his LinkedIn account. I will leave you a link in the description below. Also send him a message. Tell him how nice it is of him to help me set up the system. So we encourage him to do the same in the future processes in order to cash. I will start the process by creating an inquiry. So go to Logistics, Sales and Distribution, Sales, Inquiry, Create. Insert the inquiry type, the sales organization, distribution channel, sales office, sales group, all the details you want. You don't have to fill all of them. It all depends on the level you want to save the inquiry on. Then enter. And this is a similar view to the sales order. What we do here is we insert the sold to party and the ship to party. This is our customer. And the reason we have two different fields for this is because sometimes you can sell to one customer and ship to another customer code. But most of the cases will have the same. So AG01, both of them. And then insert the material code, 506. And the inquiry validation date. So this inquiry is valid, for example, from today until the end of the month. Most of the fields are optional. You don't have to fill all of them because this is an inquiry. It's not an actual sales order yet. Then we can also insert the order quantity. So let's say 20 chairs. And then you can go to the details of the item from here and insert all the details you want. The thing I'm going to look into the most now is the shipping, because this will show which plant we will ship from, and this will impact the financial entries we receive. So the plant we have here is AG21, shipping point 1034, storage location I'm using AG11, and also the billing document. So this will show the details of the billing document. We have here the payment term. You should already understand what's the meaning of payment term by now, since I already created a lot of videos on this. I will leave you a link here. You can check if you would like to know more about the payment term. And also you have the billing block and the different fields related to accounting. And then we go to conditions. Here we have the price and whether there are any discounts. And as you see here, we have a price of 20 EUR per one piece, and we are selling 20 chairs, so the total is 400 EUR. And also we have a cash discount of 3%. This discount is coming from the payment term. This is why it's not an actual discount yet. So if you check the net amount of the order, it is 400. SAP did not deduct the discount. Why? Because this discount is only deducted if the customer pays within the payment term, and only then the discount will happen when we receive the payment. And this one is 3% because if you check in the billing document here, the payment term we have is 14 days, 3%. So if the customer pays within 14 days from the billing date, he will receive a 3% discount. This is why you can see it here in the cash discount condition. And also there's a very good piece of information here. We have VPRS, internal price. This is the costing of our item. So this comes from either the standard cost or the moving average cost we have for the item. So in our case, the chair has a standard cost of 10 EUR per one piece. So the total cost is 200, and then our profit margin is the price minus the internal price equal 200 EUR. So if we do this selling, if we sell this amount of chairs, we are going to receive a profit margin of 200 euros. And if you change the price, if we say the price is 25, for example, you will see that the profit margin changed also with the price. So now if we sell the chair for 25 and our cost is 10, we are making a profit margin of 15 EUR per one chair. So the total for the order is 300 EUR. Now I'm going to save this inquiry. And let's go to the next step. After the inquiry, we respond to the customer with a quotation. To create a quotation, you go here and click on create. Then the quotation type is QT, and you can create with reference. So we have two cases here. Either we are starting the process from the quotation directly, we don't have an inquiry, so in this case you will hit enter and you will fill all the details, or we are creating the quotation with reference to an inquiry, which is our case now. So in this case we click on create with reference, and either we know the inquiry number so we can insert the number directly, or we don't know the number and we would like to search, so we can use this box to search for any inquiries, and the sold to party is AG01. Then click on search, and this will show all the inquiries available in the system for this customer. So I'm using the last one, so I will double click here, and then if there are many items in the inquiry, so for example we are selling more than one product, then you can also click on item selection and select the lines you would like to copy in the quotation. In my case I only have one line, so I will just click on copy, and this will copy all the lines we have. Then as you see here, we have exactly the same details as we inserted in the quotation. And we can also go to the item details and change anything we want. So we can say, for example, the payment term is different, or anything you would like to change. So let's say the payment term is 0002. And then if we go to conditions, you will see the cash discount has been updated and the price is 20 again. So let's say I will sell for 25, not 20. And then I'm going to save. If there are any fields that are not complete in the document, you will get this message. So I can click on edit, and this will show what are the missing values. I have a quotation valid to value missing, so I'll double click here, because normally when we send a quotation to the customer, it has a validity date. So these conditions, the price and the availability of the product, are valid until, for example, next week. So I will say the validity to date is 25/03/2021, and go back. Then we have document is complete. We don't have any other missing values, so I will click on save. And we created our quotation now. So let's move to the next step. Let's say that we received a purchase order from the customer side. When we receive a purchase order, we don't actually register it on our system. It is not our document. It is a document we receive from the customer. But instead, we are going to create a sales order with reference to the purchase order the customer created. So to create a sales order, go back and go to order, create. Here again, we have the same options we had in the inquiry and in the quotation. We can either start the process by filling the values manually, or we can create with reference to an inquiry or a quotation in our case. So the order type is OR, and then I can click on create with reference. So I will search for the quotation using the sold to party AG01 and click on search, and I will use the last one, double click. And again, I can either choose which items I want to copy, or I can click on copy to use all the items. Here we have all the values coming from the quotation. So the order quantity is 18, and if we go to the details of the item, then go to conditions, and you will see that we have exactly the same conditions. So the price is 25 per one piece, and the total is 450 for 18. And also we have the internal price, the profit margin, everything is copied from the quotation. Then go back. Here we are going to fill the customer purchase order number. So this is called a customer reference. We can insert any value here. So normally we will insert the purchase order number that we received from the customer. So for example, 24, it can also have letters and numbers, and the date that we received the purchase order in. So let's say we received the purchase order today. And also if you go to the item detail, it is very important to check the shipping. So here we have the plant, the shipping point, and we have the storage location. Why this is important? Because if we don't have enough stock in the storage location, we will not be able to continue the process. I already have enough stock, so I have to be sure I'm using the correct storage location. Again, if there are any values that are not complete, you receive a message that there are fields missing. And in this case, you click on edit and you change this. In our case, we don't have any issues now. I already created the order. So we go to the next step, which is creating the outbound delivery. To create an outbound delivery, we can go back from here, and we can actually do this from the same screen. So if we go to sales document, display, enter, you can go to sales document menu here and click on deliver, and this will open the outbound delivery transaction. Or you can do this from the menu, from SAP menu, go back and close the sales, go to shipping and transportation, outbound delivery, create single document, create with reference to a sales order. Here we insert the shipping point. This is the value we had in the sales order in the shipping tab. So our shipping point is 1034, and we insert the selection date. So the selection date will choose any deliveries valid at this date, and our delivery is valid on 18th of March. So this is our delivery date, and this is the order number, and then hit enter. This is our delivery. So we have 18 chairs, and this is the material code. So in the item overview here, we have the storage location, the plant, and the delivery quantity. So we can actually change this. We can say that in this day, today, we are only going to ship 10 chairs, for example, or 5 chairs. But I'm going to leave it the same. And then we have to insert the picked quantity. So this is filled by the warehouse team. They will say that we have already picked 18 chairs, for example. So we fill this 18. And now we save the document. Then we move to the next step, which is posting the goods issue. But remember, if you forget to fill the picked quantity, you will not be able to do the goods issue. So always remember to fill the picked quantity field. Then to do the goods issue, we go to the change mode of outbound delivery here, and you click on post goods issue. And you get this message, outbound delivery has been saved. Now, if we go to the display mode and we open the outbound delivery, we can click on the document flow here to see the goods issue document. This document flow is available in most of the screens in the sales and distribution module. And it is very important. It will show you the exact flow of the process. So as you see here, we have an inquiry based on which we created a quotation, based on which we created an order. And then for this order, we did a picking request, and then we did a goods issue. And then you can double click on any document and click on display document to see it. You also sometimes you have to choose the document number from here and then click on display document. So now I want to see the goods issue document. So I will double click here, then choose the document number and click on display. So this document was created automatically when we clicked on post goods issue. And to see the financial document, you click here. And then you double click on accounting document. And here is our first financial entry. So the entry is a debit to cost of goods sold and a credit to the finished goods stock with the value of the cost, not the price. So as you see here, we have 18 shares and our cost or internal price is 10 EUR per share. So the value we have is 180. Now let's go back and go to the next step. So now we posted the goods issue. After this, we are going to post the billing and go to billing document, create. Here we are going to insert the outbound delivery number, then click on execute. And these are the details of our billing document. So the net value is 450 EUR. The customer, the payer is AG01. The billing date is this. You can also click on the item details here to see the other details. So in the item detail, we have the plant, the division, storage location, the sales document, and the reference document. This is our outbound delivery. Then we also have in the accounting table, we have the tax classification. So this will determine the tax for this customer. There are a lot of important fields here. I'm not going to go into this now, but all of these fields will impact the price, the taxes, the account determination, and so on. Then we go to conditions. Here you can see the price, 25, the cash discount that the customer will get if they pay in time. And then we go back to the overview screen and we can save. And this will create another financial entry for customer invoice. So to display the financial entry, go to billing documents, display, accounting. And here is our financial entry. We have a debit to the customer, accounts receivables, and we have a credit to the sales revenue domestic account with the value of the price. So now we sold 18 shares multiplied by 25. So the total value is 450 EUR. And the difference between this price and our cost is our profit margin. So as you see here, the value is posted with the sales price and not with the cost. This is very important. Now let's go back And let's go to the last step, which is posting the incoming payment. So the incoming payments is part of the financial module. So we go to accounting, financial accounting, accounts receivable, document entry, and then we have incoming payments. There are many ways to post incoming payments. This can come from a bank statement or from the automatic payment program, or it can come from the cash journal. So now I'm going to demonstrate this one, which is posting an incoming payment and declaring the invoice at the same time. So double click here. And this is very similar to the outgoing payment screen. It has exactly the same fields, but instead of a vendor, we will insert a customer. So the document date is 17/03/2021. Company code is AG11. Currency is EUR. Bank account, I'm going to use this one. And the customer account is AG01. Now I'm going to receive a payment for the full amount from the customer. So let's say 450. Enter. We have to insert a value date. Okay, so the value date is 17/03/2021. And here we have all the open items, all the invoices we have opened for this customer. And this is our invoice, but as you see, the value is only 441 because there is 9 EUR discount, which is the 2% because the customer is paying early. And as per the payment term, he is going to get a 2% discount. So I'm going to activate this line, double click here, and then go to the overview. And I'm going to change the total amount I'm going to receive. So the total is 441. And then go back to process open items. So now we have all the value assigned, and then I'm going to post. To display the financial entry, go to document, display, and we have a financial entry of a debit to the bank account because we received some money, and we have a debit to the customer discounts. This is an expense of 9 EUR, and we have a credit to the customer account, accounts receivables, for 450 EUR. What I did in the example now is I received the payment and I did the clearing at the same time. This is why this is the end of the process. I'm not going to execute clearing. But if you receive a payment without assigning it to any invoice, then after this, you will have to clear the invoice by going to the clearing transaction. You can find it here in account, clear. So we will do this in case we receive a payment from the customer and then we clear the invoice against this payment. But if you do the incoming payment using the F-28 transaction, we already choose the invoice when we are processing the payment. So we are doing both the transactions. We are doing incoming payments and the clearing in the same step. This is it for the SAP GUI demo. Now let's go to SAP Fiori and demonstrate the same process. So the transaction code is /n/UI2/FLP, and I will start the process by creating a sales quotation. I like using this transaction. There are many tiles in SAP Fiori that can do the same thing. I like using this one, my sales overview, because it has all the transactions related to sales. So I will open this, and here this shows you a dashboard of the different things, like for example, what are the open sales orders, the customer returns open. This is a very good analytical screen, and also you can go to quick actions here to do a transaction. So in my case, I want to create a sales quotation, so I will click here. This is exactly similar to the SAP GUI window. So again, we insert the same details. So the quotation type, QT, and then I will insert again the same details. So our customer AG01, and the material is 506. And this time I'm selling 5 shares only. Valid to is, let's say 25/03/2021. And also you can go to the item details from here, and you can check the billing document details like the payment term and the conditions. You can see the price. So we are selling for 20 EUR, and also the cash discount 3% if the customer pays in time. And we have the internal price or our cost, which is 10 EUR, exactly the same screen like SAP GUI. And then go back and save. Now I have my quotation. I will move to the following step, which is creating the sales order. So go back to the sales overview and then from here, create sales order. Again, this is the same screen as SAP GUI. To create a document with reference, click here. And you can either insert the quotation number or search. So I will search using my customer number. And then double click on the quotation. Then I can either choose certain items by clicking here, or I can click on copy to copy all the items. Again, I can click here and go to the item details to see the conditions. And also we insert the customer reference, which is the purchase order number from the customer. So anything, and the date. Now these are the item details. You can go to accounting, conditions, billing document, everything is available. Then go back and save the sales order. So now we have our sales order. Let's move to the following step, which is creating the outbound delivery. To create the outbound delivery, I will use this tile, create outbound delivery with order reference. And for the channel members, I'm going to create another video explaining how you can find the rules to add these tiles to your user in SAP so you can run the cycle. This video will only be available for members. If you are interested in checking the member videos, I will leave you a link to join the program in the description of the video. Click on the tile. And again, the same details as SAP GUI. So the shipping point is 1034. And this is our sales order number, enter. And then to fill the picking quantity, go to picking. And here you can insert the picked quantity, so 5, and then click on save. Now we created our outbound delivery. The following step is to post the goods issue. So you can go from here, more, outbound delivery, change, and then click on post goods issue. Now we get the message outbound delivery has been saved. To display the goods issue document, go to document flow, and we have our goods issue document here. So I will click on display document. And this is our goods issue. Click on financial documents. Double click on accounting document. And here is our financial entry. Now let's go back, and the following step is to create the billing document. To create the billing document, I will use this tile, create billing documents. Then insert the outbound delivery number, choose the line, and press on enter, or you can click on execute. Then these are the details of our billing document. Once you review all the details you want, you can click on save. Now the billing document has been saved. You can click on display, then accounting, and here is our financial entry. We have a debit to the customer and a credit to the sales revenue account. Now let's go back. Now I'm going to post the incoming payment, and to find the tile I'm going to use, I will use the search bar. Post incoming. And here we have post incoming payments for customers. This is the same screen as SAP GUI. Start by inserting the date, then the document type, DZ, the company code, the currency, the bank account number. So I will choose any account with the bank description. So let's use this one, for example. And the amount, let's say 100 AUR, and then the value date and the customer number. Then press on enter. These are all the invoices open from our customer, and as you see, this is our invoice, the last one, for 97 euros, because there is 3 euros cash discount since the customer is paying within the payment term. Now either I'm going to change the value I inserted in the main screen for 100, or I can remove this cash discount. Let's say the customer is not going to get any cash discount for any reason. Then press enter. Now the value of the invoice is 100. Double click on the net value so we activate the line, and then post. To display the financial entry, go to more, document, display, and this is our financial entry. We have a debit to the bank account and a credit to the customer account, accounts receivables. And this is it for the order to cash demo in SAP S4HANA. I know the video is longer than usual, but you can always use the video chapters to go directly into any transaction you are interested in. and I hope you found this video useful. If you would like to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also leave me your comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.